Break that loot across my knee, and if the parcher choose to fight, why then I'll set his clothes alight.
Well met, hunter. I am the spirit of the hunt. Just one glimpse of the glorious stalker that your kind calls Hercine. I may consider it, but you must first do a service for my glory. The one who stole it has fled to what he thinks is his sanctuary. Just as a bear climbs a tree to escape the hunt, but only ends up trapping himself. Seek out this rogue shifter, tear the skin from his body, and make it an offering to me. Fly, my hunter. There are others who vie for my favor. A bit of competition. Don't dally while the prey flees.
The Dread Father works through me. Lead on, brother. My listener.
Has the blood moon called you, fellow hunter?
Blade is yours.
The prey is strong, stronger than the hunters. But more will come. Bring him down for the glories of Lord Hercine.
Perhaps we should find a random stranger to murder.
Break that loot across my knee. And if the parcher choose to fight, why then I'll set his clothes alight.
Why? And I would deserve it, wouldn't I? I can't stop you if that's what you want to do. Hercine is too powerful. If you spare me, I can be a powerful ally to you. And I would promise to never return to civilized life.
Will serve our dread
I know
father
now that I
as
can't
I
live among people.
do now. Have you heard the tale of Matthew Bellamont and the great treachery of Jaden Hall? Boy's mother, and vengeance festers in the sun.
So be it.
The Dread Father works through me, and his work has just begun.
Done well, Hunter. And found my favor. That skin will serve you well, child. Look more closely at it. My glory shall protect you from all this world's grievances.
Serve our Dread Father.
Good hunting.
Do not. Lead, and I will follow.
You're dead.
Of darkness.
And I said to the pest, you're not dead, you're a faker. That's your wish. I'll oblige.
You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken.
Make it shine.
Sir? How quaint.
Deadly.
I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us. Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners, or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us. I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid. The Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched. No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case. The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. Entire districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. Most residents of Winterhold abandoned what was left of the city. The college survived, and so here we remain. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared.
Your enemies will soon know the wrath of Sithis.
And I said to the baker, you're a faker. But if that's your wish, I'll oblige.
Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments.
Lead on, brother.
Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions. Initially, you'll be learning from Tolfdir, one of our most esteemed wizards.
One day, you will serve our dread father, as I do now.
Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on then, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it,
Lead on,
it can
brother.
and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability.
We are bonded now, you
What I'm talking
and
about
I,
is true control.
joined
Mastery
through the
of magic.
powers of the
It takes
void.
years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be
Your
tempered
enemies
cautiously,
will soon
or else
know
disaster
the
is inevitable.
wrath.
But we've only
of
just arrived here.
Siths.
You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
Have you heard the tale of Matthew Bellamont and the great treachery of Chaden Hall?
Well, your classmates certainly seem to disagree with you.
And vengeance.
Don't listen to him. We can do it. Just give us a chance.
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with a demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
I grow
That's all right.
restless,
I can
as
teach
does
you a
my
very
blade.
basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. You have to keep your ward up, or else this won't work. I don't want to hurt you. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthor nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
Before you even ask, yes, I have an ancestry steeped in magic, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I know Winterhold used to be full of my kind, and no, I don't care that they're all gone now. Does that cover everything? I've just been asked enough questions. I'm here to learn not to explain myself over and
And
over.
I will follow,
Forgive me.
child
I didn't mean to assume.
of darkness.
I know I don't like the way he looks at me. I can't tell if he expects me to blow myself up or to try and murder him. But he clearly doesn't trust any of us. Until next time.
College is a bit of an oddity in Skyrim. Magic isn't something that's looked upon.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for
I
yourself?
grow restless.
I
as
assure
does
you
my
that I shall be
blade.
watching you, all of you, very closely. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice.
And the glistening crimson on fields of white.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not important.
This is exciting, isn't it?
My listener.
This is better than sitting around talking about magic, don't you think? This is exciting, isn't it? Why? Because it's old and full of dead things? Clearly, you've never spent any time in Morrowind. Not really. Just that it's very, very old. It was one of the first cities of men in Tamriel, I think. All right, then. This is
And
exciting,
here we all
isn't
are.
it?
All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
Do now.
As some of you may know, Sarthal was one of the earliest Nord settlers of Skyrim.
You know, there might be gold somewhere in here.
Sacked by the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is known about what happened to Sarthal. This is an exciting opportunity for us to be able to study such an early... Well, are there any questions before we begin? We're particularly interested in the prevalence of magical seals placed on the tombs here. It's rather unlike anything we've encountered. Anything. Anything at all that might be of interest. That's why I adore this location. We have no idea what we're going to find. And if along the way my message about the dangers of magic should happen to sink in for a few students, that would be a happy coincidence.
Of Matthew Bellamont and the great treachery of Chief
Yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging the finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? All right, everyone. Let's be careful, but have fun.
Lead on, brother.
Don't touch anything! He asked far too many questions about my research. I think the Thalmor are trying to steal my work. I haven't told him anything, of course. What I'm doing is far too important. Can't breathe a word of it. What? Ah, yes, you. I remember you. You're going to help? That's fine. Just don't make a mess of my work. I've only looked through a portion of the section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything. Uh-huh.
My blade is yours.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right? How in the world did that happen? Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it? Do you see that? Some kind of resonance. You and the wall. It must be true.
Let's kill someone.
I wonder what effect might your spells have.
Lead, and I will follow. Giant.
Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secured. Well, would you look at that? This appears to lead somewhere. Let's see where it goes.
I grow restless, as does my blade.
Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting.
I remember Skyrim from my youth, and the glistening crimson on fields of white.
Why in the world would this be sealed off? What is this place?
My listener.
I'm not sure what to expect here. Please be on your guard.
Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened? I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw? The Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The Psijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find? They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful, very secretive. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctuary on the Isle of Artaeum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place. I have no idea, but it's fascinating. Assuming it's true, of course. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to contact you. Why, it's intriguing. If nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy.
the savior of the Dark Brotherhood. All hail the Listener.
I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins. This bears closer inspection. I'd like to stay a while and examine this. You, however, should press on. See if you can find whatever this vision of yours mentioned. But if it is truly dangerous, careful.
Surely the dread Lord will at least allow poor Cicero to keep her.
I live again.
Cicero is hungry. Need a sweet roll. Or a carrot.
Perhaps we should find a random stranger to murder. Practice does make perfect.
Who's there? is merry and merry than smite, when the chestnut comes calling with his knife in the night.
I grow restless, as does my blade.
That's your wish. I'll oblige.
This is simply fascinating.
Your enemies will soon know the wrath of Sithis.
Well now, would you look at that? I never imagined we'd find something like this. Why is this buried so far within Sarthor? Be prepared to defend yourself.
Who's there?
What could this place... I have no idea. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Archmage needs to be informed immediately. He needs to see this for himself. I don't dare leave this unattended. Can you return to the college and inform Savos Aran of this discovery? Please, hurry. Why, this is utterly unique.
One day, you will serve our dread father, as I do now.
Madness is merry and merry than smite, when the chestnut comes calling with his knife in the night.
It's no secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is... Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated. I have enough to deal with right now.
In life,
I see.
was but a
I trust that
speaker for the
Tolfdir will
Black
provide a
Hand,
more
but
specific explanation. Thank you for bringing... Tolfdir normally looks after your little group, yes? Since he's apparently occupied, and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. Speak with Urag in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of anything that matches your discovery. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful. Personally? No, not I. One of their number used to advise the Archmage when I was but an apprentice here. But that was a great many years ago, before all the members of the Order were called back to the Isle of Artaeum, and it disappeared entirely.
I grow restless.
All right then. Oh. Right then.
There you are. I've been trying to find you. I just wanted to let you know that Ancano's been asking about you. I think he's looking for you. I'm not sure. Just... well, mind what you tell him, all right? No. Well, I don't think so. Between the two of us, there are rumors about him. That this advisor position he has is a sham, an excuse. That what he's really doing is spying for the Thalmor, trying to feed them information. Whether it's true, I can't say. But it never hurts to be a little suspicious, does it? You're welcome. Until next time.
I knew I heard something! Cicero is at your service.
I can almost hear them. I feel their life energy. Come, I will make the mixture. What? Mother? Is that your voice I hear? No, no.
The Dread Father works through me, and his work has just begun.
What is this? It's just a book. I can...